ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. This is Tanush and I'm back with another interesting video for you guys. So on 17th of August, the king of all planets, Sun, would be transiting from the sign of Cancer, that is Karka Rashi, into its own sign, Simha Rashi or Leo. And Mars, which is already present in Leo, would be very happy to receive Sun. This Mars and Sun conjunction is extremely powerful and extremely strong. The point to note is the sign of Leo is a fiery sign, Sun is a fiery planet, and Mars is also a fiery planet. And now when these two fiery and powerful aggressive planets come in conjunction with each other in a fiery sign, then it's going to be a very significant event. So I'm making this video to inform you guys of the transit so that you guys can take advantage of it. Also be cautious with few things which I'll tell you in a bit. So this transit we can consider as a double-edged sword. So we need to traverse this time with caution, and at the same time we need to take advantage of this time, right? So now, before starting, I would like to mention that my predictions are based on Vedic astrology, and a lot depends upon which major period or Mahadasha or Antardasha you guys are running, and how the placement of Sun and Mars is in your individual chart, right? And suppose if you are running a Mars or Sun Mahadasha, then this transit is going to be a very significant event for you, and it's going to be very good. But at the same time, as I said, you have to be very cautious on some of the fronts, which I will be telling you in some time. Now, as we know, Sun is the king. It represents our father, it represents elders, government, it is our willpower, it is courage, it also represents, immunity, initiative taking ability. Mars, we know, is the commander in chief. Mars is a soldier. It likes to be in action, because it's a soldier. It likes to be on the field to fight enemies, to dominate enemies, to complete any given task by hook or crook. Mars also represents war and aggression, right? Now, Sun is the king, Mars is the commander in chief or a soldier who only listens to two planets. So Mars listens only to two planets. One is Sun, which obviously is the king, and second is Jupiter, right? Now, when Sun and Mars, when they come together in the sign of Leo, they are extremely comfortable with each other. So it's not like, when Sun comes with any other planet, generally the other planet is uncomfortable or gets combust, right? So in this case, both of them, they go along very well. They are very comfortable with each other. Now, I will focus on some of the positive points which you guys should take advantage of, and also the negative points where you should be extremely careful, because this conjunction can prove to be extremely dangerous if you don't take some precautions, right? Now, the positive points are you can feel extremely confident, bold, you'll have great stamina, a lot of energy, perseverance. You would like to win competitions, you would like to take new initiatives, starting of new business ventures, purchasing of land, properties, also overcoming diseases and health issues. So these are some of the positive points. And the negative traits of this conjunction can be, extreme aggression. So this can be very fatal to relationships, business partnership, marriage, siblings, etc., based on where the conjunction is happening, and I'll be mentioning that to you. Now, the other negative point is anger, right? So most of you guys, you will experience extreme anger when things don't go as per your will, or if you feel that others are not obeying to your instructions or orders. You will feel you have no sense control, no control over your speech, or a rash speech. Tendency to overpower others is one of the trait. Desire to dominate others, not listening to others' point of view. So these are some of the negative traits. and these positive and negative traits would be exhibited on different fronts based on which house the conjunction is happening. So let us discuss how this conjunction is going to impact all the 12 ascendants or rashis or lagna. So to start with Mesha Rashi or Aries ascendant. So for you guys, this conjunction is happening in the 5th house. It's a great placement, no doubt. So you'll be competitive in studies, or you'll put a lot of efforts to learn new technology or domain at work. Extraordinary time for people in speculation, like share market, etc. People who are in the field of acting, like actors or directors of movies, this will be a benchmark time, right? You will get new movies or great roles in the movies, which will take you to a different heights. Health and courage both will be very good. Now the places where you have to exercise restraint is you will get a tendency to dominate your children or get into competitive mode with your children. So this will be this trait would be there. So now your children will be great at studies. You will have great time with your friends and also meet people in authority in government and private sectors. So wonderful time. And both Mars and Sun are friends of your ascendant. Mars obviously rules your ascendant, so extremely wonderful time. Take advantage of it. Now for Taurus or Rishabh Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in the 4th house, right? So you will undertake repair and construction work of your house. If you are planning to purchase a new property, so this is a great time, provided obviously your dasha or the main period is supportive. You will feel surcharged at work and may plan to start new business from your home. So there are chances that you might plan to start something new from your home, right? Like nowadays everyone is working from home. So you may get into power struggle mode at your house. So this is the negative part of it, and specifically with your mother and your immediate family. So now you have to be sensitive and grounded and be careful while spending money. Now for Gemini or Mithun Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in the 3rd house, and both Sun and Mars they do extremely well in 3rd house. As we know, 3rd house is also house of courage, right? So during this time, the courage will be at the peak and confidence levels will be very high. You will plan to start some new business, or if you are planning, you have already planned for something, then this is a great time to implement it. It's a wonderful time for writers. Your writings would be published during this time. You will go on short or long journeys and will enjoy the trips. Now be careful with relationship with siblings. Again, the tendency to dominate and overpower will compel you to do things which you'll regret, which you might regret in the time to come. So be careful on that front. Now specifically for Karka Rashi, they have to be extremely cautious, right? So Cancer or Karka Rashi, this conjunction is happening in your 2nd house, right? So this conjunction can make you extremely angry and short-tempered. Be very careful on that front, else the relationship with the family members will be badly affected, right? Chances of financial gain is good during this time, and at job you will be very dynamic and excel in your work or projects, right? People who suffer from heat, excess body heat, or as they call pitta in Ayurveda, they have to be extremely careful, because this is a very hot conjunction, and this might bring you issues related to heat. Like if you have issues, they might get aggravated, like issues like piles, indigestion, some liver issues, vertigo, migraine. So if you have these issues, then you have to be little careful, because you can see these things cropping up, and you might suffer from that. So you have to be careful. So as caution, try to keep your body cool. You can have a lot of buttermilk or water, so that your digestive system is cool and these issues won't arise. Now, for Cancer or Karka Rashi, for Leo or Simha Rashi, and for Virgo or Kanya Rashi, this conjunction can bring a lot of aggression and anger. Your speech can be very very aggressive. So all these three ascendants have to be extremely careful. Now let us go to the next ascendant, the Leo ascendant or Simha Rashi. So this conjunction is happening in your ascendant, right? So it's a great time, no doubt, because a lot of your ascendant is coming to ascendant along with Mars, which is the best friend of your ascendant, right? So you'll ooze with confidence, you'll reflect that confidence. Your personality will be extremely magnetic, your health will be great with high energy levels, you will travel long journeys and you'll be very happy to do so. And if you are writers, your work will be published. If you have any health issues, this is the time you need to work on it, because it is the time where the issues could be solved. Now a word of caution again, don't have dominating outlook or aggression towards your spouse specifically, because Sun and Mars sitting in your ascendant would be aspecting the 7th house, house of marriage, house of business partnership, and they would they would throw that aggressive nature on the 7th house. So be a little careful, otherwise it will impact the relationship with your spouse or business partners, right? Now for Virgo or Kanya Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 12th house. So be careful with your speech, as I said earlier, as anger will prevail and can cause long-standing damage. You can expect some sudden events happening which can be good or bad based on your dasha and the placement of Sun and Mars. You will keep check on your enemies and you will empower them for sure. Be watchful of your spendings and unreasonable travels, so you have to be careful on that front. Now for Libra or Tula Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 11th house, right? So it's a good placement for both Sun and Mars, because they do very well there. So you will meet with high ranking officials in government or private sector, or even at your work. If promotion or salary hike is pending, you will get it during this time. You will spend time with your old friends and go to places and enjoy with them, right? Now gains from speculation is possible. Tendency to dominate your friends will be there, so be a little careful on that front. Now you will also search for different means to increase your income. Now for Scorpio or Vrishik Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 10th house, and both Sun and Mars, they have excellent directional strength in the 10th house. They are very very powerful, right? So this conjunction is wonderful for your career. Your confidence and courage would be at peak. You will take up challenging roles and you will complete your project or work on time and successfully without any issues. If you are looking for job change, it's the right time to change your job. Now a word of caution, don't get into ego issues or into power struggle mode with your colleagues or with your superiors, because this conjunction will compel you to do so. So you need to exercise you need to refrain yourself from having those ego issues or any sort of argument, so that might impact your future. Now for Sagittarius or Dhanu Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 9th house where Sun does excellent. Now it's a great time especially for writers and publishers. So if you have written something, time to publish. If you are planning to write something, this is a time where you can do your writing. If you are into entertainment industry, again, like if you are an actor or director, you will perform very good in your profession and you will get new roles or new opportunities. Time to learn new things like arts, music, technology, domain, or anything at your work. Traveling will be on your cards and you will enjoy it. Now again, word of caution, avoid ego issues with your father and teachers, otherwise it's a great transit. Now for Capricorn or Makar Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 8th house of transformation and sudden events. So this time will surely bring transformation at your home and in your network circle. Good or bad again depends on the placement of Sun and Mars in your individual horoscope and the dasha which you are running. So be careful while driving, because you will have a tendency to be a little rash and careless. This also indicates ego issues with your in-laws. Have good control over your speech and things will be better. Now for Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 7th house, right? So people who are looking for marriage can find their partner. New business deals can go through. Your confidence and courage would be great. Word of caution again, avoid ego issues and dominating attitude towards your spouse or business partner, as the conjunction will push you to do so, else the damage will be for long time. It's a good time at work. Now finally, the Pisces ascendant or Meena Rashi or Lagna, this conjunction is happening in your 6th house, right? And Mars does very good in the 6th house. So you will work on fitness and to streamline your daily routine and activities. You will take part in competitions and also very good chance of winning the competition. Your enemies will be on their knees, but don't be reckless to push them too much, else in the future it might impact you. Now disputes in ancestral properties can be resolved during this period. Avoid spendings. People who wish to take loans or borrow money and were struggling to get money from long time, this is a perfect time for you to get a loan, right? So you can work towards that. So guys, if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. The timestamp for individual ascendants is given in the description section. So my request would be to please listen to the introduction, because that will give us a fair idea of what this conjunction is, and then you can directly jump over to your ascendant. For personal consultation, again you can find my WhatsApp number and email in the description section. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be back with another interesting video soon. Thank you so much.